Hey, carnivores. I am Cassandra. Welcome to my Apex Odyssey. It is time for me to share what happened at the dentist office this morning. First of all, it was at 8 o'clock in the morning, and I don't know what past me was thinking, but I would get up at 6 o'clock in the morning and get ready to go to the dentist. But I got there. Also, the location, I don't really care for it. But if the dentist wasn't like the nicest person I've ever met in my life, I probably would have found a different one that was closer to my house. But she's really nice. So I went there, and it was a little different today. Usually you see a dental hygienist who scrapes your teeth and does the polishing, and then the dentist just comes to talk to you. But for whatever reason, the dentist actually did my scraping today, and it went on for a long time. I was concerned. Not a long time, but longer than last time. So I don't know. I mean, I was worried that my teeth were covered with tartar because I haven't been using toothpaste. And I don't know if that's what was going on, or if she just did a more thorough job than the dental hygienist would do. But after she was done, she said, you just didn't have hardly any buildup. And so I was really surprised. I'm like, what were you scraping on? So I guess that went okay. She also commented that I didn't have any gum inflammations. She said I was taking really good care of my mouth because my gums looked good and my teeth looked good. I pointed out a couple of things to her. She said I do have a couple of stained spots, like in the tiny grooves in your molars, that it's impossible to keep them from getting stained. She's just like, well, keep an eye on it to see if anything happens with it. I also brought to her attention, and I don't know why I hadn't done this before, but about 3 years ago, I put a temporary filling in this top tooth, one of these back molars, because there was a hole in it. I mean, I was just picking my teeth as I normally do, and I discovered that hole. So I bought one of those little tubs of temporary filling paste. I was in a very weird position, so it was hard to get it done. But I put that temporary filling in there, and it's been there ever since then. So I asked her, I told her that I did that, and I said, obviously doing it myself, I wasn't able to do any drilling, so I didn't know if there was any decay around it or anything. And she said, no, that would be another thing that she would watch. She looked on my x-rays from last year, from a year ago, however long it was when I got them the last time. And then this, and she says there's no changes in there. Doesn't look like there's any decay built up around that, and you could barely see it. I mean, she didn't find it by looking for it, so it must be small. It was really impossible for me to tell how big it was whenever I was digging around in it. It seemed like a BB size hole, but looking at the x-ray that showed it, it was really small. But she said she didn't think we needed to do anything with it. I'm like, that's cool. I'm doing my own dental work now, and that's fine with me. We also talked about the color of my teeth. I told her, asked her what she thought about if there was any staining there, because they're not as white as I would like. And she said it doesn't look like there's any staining. As we get older, our teeth are just not going to get as white as we want. She mentioned that they have some whitening. I think they use trays that are extra strength. They're more powerful than what you get when you're using just white strips that you buy from the store. And she also said that you could get like sensitivity trays, because whenever I use those white strips, they do make my teeth sensitive. She said they had, like, you only use those trays that she had once a week or whatever it is. You only use it once a week. And you could also use those something for sensitivity, but she recommended using Sensodyne toothpaste for a couple of weeks before starting to use the use any whitening treatment, and that would help with the sensitivity. I didn't get any today. I'm like, it's too close to payday to be spending $40, so it wasn't an expensive thing. But I started thinking about it, and I don't know if I will. I don't know if I'll bother getting it, since she didn't seem very confident that it was going to make much difference. Because again, my teeth aren't stained. That's just what color they are. And so, I mean, the only other thing that I know about is to get veneers or something. And so I've considered that. But that is not. I realized that after giving it serious thought that that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying. I mean, it seems like cheating for me, for my goal. I know lots of people use veneers, and I certainly don't have any objection to that. But I don't want my teeth to look white. I want them to be really white. Just, I don't know. It does. I think they look fine. They're just not movie star white like I always wanted, and probably never will be. So that's my burden to bear. And I just set up another, the next appointment for 6 months. Boy, my teeth feel so slippery right now. So after the dentist did all of her scraping and claimed there was hardly any plaque in there, the dental hygienist came and she did the polishing with that sweet minty paste. But yeah, they feel really clean. I wish they could feel like this every day. I do my best. Trying to think if there was anything else that we talked about while I was there. I don't think so. I think since everything went fine, that I will continue to not use toothpaste. Actually, the toothpaste that I do have is Sensodyne, because several months ago I was doing crest white strips, and I knew I've experienced Sensodyne before, and I'm familiar with its help with tooth sensitivity. But now that I'm not putting anything on my teeth, they're not sensitive. I don't think. Even drinking cold stuff. I drink room temperature water just because I don't want to be bothered trying to make filtered ice or anything like that. I keep a filtered water pitcher just on the counter. It's very convenient. I don't have to drag it back and forth out of the refrigerator. It's close enough to my sink that I can spray it with the hose to fill it up, and I just do that once a day. I don't have to worry about doing anything else with it. But whenever I've been to restaurants lately, the last couple of months, and I just ask for water, that cold is a shock. It hurts my whole mouth. It's just like the roof of my mouth is like, it's just alarming. It's so cold. But it doesn't seem like it caused any sensitivity to my teeth. It wasn't a tooth thing. It was just a shock to my whole mouth. So I don't really think that I need to use any sensitive toothpaste. And my don't guess I'll do any extra whitening stuff. Not right now. It seems like an unnecessary expense. But that's what we talked about. So my dental health is doing really good in spite of not using any toothpaste for the last few months. So the next time I go, if I continue not to use toothpaste, it will have been a whole span of time between 2 visits. So that would be interesting to see if there's actually any change from a full period of time not doing it, because I've only been doing it a couple of months, and the last time I went and got my teeth checked out was 6 months ago. So, I don't have like the whole picture yet, but I'm curious to see what will happen. Another interesting thing, whenever the dental hygienist was flossing my teeth, I mean, that was just not necessary. I do it all the time, but she was trying to go between my back molars back here and couldn't get the dental floss in there. And she didn't try. I mean, she did not. Like, whenever I'm flossing, I press until I get in there. And she didn't do that, obviously. She probably didn't want me to bite her whenever whenever that dental floss snapped against my gums. But it is hard. They are tight back there, and sometimes my floss breaks. So I actually spin it together so that it's a double layer of floss, and that does make it a little thicker, but it prevents it from breaking. Anyway, that's what's up with my mental health. If you hear that funny noise, my dog is asleep, and sometimes when she sleeps, she makes these high-pitched hiccuping sounds. I don't know what's going on. I don't think she has the hiccups. That's just what it reminds me of. But she's snoozing. And I am off of work for the rest of the day today. So, planning on relaxing. I hope you have a good day and good rest of your week. And I will see you in the next one for sure.